That's how you start a Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday. Another week in 2025.
We made it all the way to week 2.
This is
3.
week 2?
I guess. Curt and Jen, and this is our pod and or video cast, depending on how you're taking it in. Thank you so much, and please like, follow, subscribe, all the stuff. We'd appreciate that to make the show stronger.
Stronger. Mm-hmm. Do it.
So,
please. Okay. What are we talking about this?
Well, we have to update you on the wildfires in L.A.
Yes.
But besides that, we have Elvis's Bedazzled and apparently used jockstrap is up for auction.
Okay.
I have a photo in here for you to look at. Did you see it yet?
Perfect. I did.
Okay. Also, the National Archives, they're a big deal. They need people who can read cursive.
This is maybe our new job, Curt. Are they paying U.S. dollars for it?
We'll find out.
Okay.
When we do the whole story.
All right. Should your holiday decor stay up all year?
Billie, an opinion on that.
Billie Eilish is awesome to Seattleites. You told me don't read that story, Jen. I want to surprise you. I'm like,
yes,
okay.
She's pretty awesome to Seattleites. And also our question of the day from yesterday, well, from Friday. Your answers for every parent should know blank.
Fill in the
Can
blank.
Scooch over a little bit this way?
I can try, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All that and more coming up. Curt and Jen. All right, we don't need music for this.
The wildfires. Have you seen the devastating photos? I mean, I can't.
Yes.
It looks like an apocalypse happened. For real.
It is reminding everybody of Lahaina from a few years ago and other places prior to that, but this is like an unprecedented scale. So many acres, tens of thousands of acres?
Hundreds of thousands, I think.
We'll get there eventually, unfortunately. So the LA fires, the update that we have, the good thing is over the weekend, due to a shift in winds, that allowed for the firefighters in Southern California to make good progress this weekend with the fires that have been tearing through LA County. However, even with the wind helping, they're still not really that contained. Not even close to fully.
And the winds are coming back. That's the thing. And
That's
I was talking to Pat, who's a firefighter, my boyfriend who's a firefighter. And I was asking him about, like, how can they not contain it? Like, I don't understand all this. And he said, first of all, the winds that they have over there, they're just blowing the embers to other places. And that's how it starts.
On a roof or it lands in a little tree.
Wherever it lands, it ignites because it's so dry there.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah, he says it's very hard to contain anything like that when the winds are blowing.
Well, they're also out in. They're in areas. They're not out in the forest. They're in actual areas like with houses and stuff like that. And so the fire hydrants there, I believe, were not set up to fight 40 acres of fires for 12 hours straight. It was like, okay, well, we've got enough water in this tank for 3 houses.
That's why the mayor of the city is under scrutiny right now. It's unfortunate.
So. All right. So as of last night, the 2 biggest fires, which are the Palisades fire near Malibu and the Eaton fire near Pasadena, neither of those were close to fully contained, unfortunately. Thousands of homes were still at risk, but the flames had at least moved further away from the most populated spots.
Here's the thing. As of last night, I think it's over 12,000 structures have been destroyed. 12,000 structures. So that's everything from houses to like office buildings. And I mean, it's all of it.
Well, they were showing the area, the large area that had burned. I think it might be the Palisades fire. They were showing the area and comparing it to like, this is the same size as if the entire city of Billings, Montana burned down. It's a massive area. So 12,000 structures, unfortunately. Also, here's a new twist. LAPD is warning people against scammers trying to take advantage of people during the tragedy, of course.
This pisses me off so much. I mean, I can't even with this.
Right.
But please, like, us locally here in Seattle are wanting to help others down in California. Donate to someplace like the Red Cross or the Salvation Army and just earmark your donation for LA fires.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the people helping boots on the ground, literally boots on the ground.
Those are for sure. You can trust Red Cross, Salvation Army. If you get a random text from somebody saying, hey, text 11111 to whatever to donate. That might be a scam.
And warn if you have family and friends down there, just make sure that they know about that too, because it's running rampant, the scams, and it just like that's exactly what the people that have been affected need. Thanks, scammers. You're real awesome.
But some of the good news is, which we can regain some faith in humanity. A bunch of LA County firefighters walked into an In-N-Out burger to get some burgers the other day, and guess what? That's what they were greeted with. The entire place erupted in applause and thank yous and just respect for. I mean, that is well, you know, I mean, from even you know, Pat's not fighting forest fires, but it's a difficult job.
Yeah, he used to be one of the guys that would go out and fight forest fires.
Was he a jumper?
He wasn't a jumper.
Oh, wow.
That I know about. He wasn't a jumper.
So, thanks to them and the people at In-N-Out Burger.
And can I also say thank you to the police, too, because they're having to respond to all these calls as well.
Right.
As first responders in general, I was married to a police officer, and, you know, they're not out fighting the fires, but they're out managing the traffic and the people and some
All
of the
the other stuff.
911 calls. Yeah, I mean, it's all of those people, the medics, all of them.
And it does seem that firefighters get all the glory.
They do.
And the cops are often looked at as,
the bad guys.
But
But
that's
they're
not the
not.
case
It's
at all.
not. It's
not
not.
the case at all. All right, how about on to something that people want to know about, like eggs?
So you can say
That's
that because
perfect,
that
because
is
that's
perfect because there's no freaking eggs.
There's no eggs anywhere.
And here's when you know that the bird flu, because there was that massive bird flu. It's still going around where they had to kill all those chickens.
Right.
California's having a bad year because the chickens, that bird flu thing happened in California.
Oh.
It's not good. I went to 2 Costco's yesterday.
On a Sunday, you went to 2 Costco.
It was terrible. It was a gong show for sure.
Okay.
But both of them completely out of eggs. I went into the dairy section and I was thinking, oh my God, this one has eggs. And there was just like, I don't know, like 2 little piles. And I'm like, ugh, they're hard boiled. They're the hard boiled eggs.
So now you said that there was a deal, right? Was it $6 for 8 dozen eggs? Is that what you had?
No. You can go to the grocery store, and if you can find eggs in the grocery store, they're $6 to $8 per dozen, which is crazy.
I was going to say, if you found 8 dozen eggs for $6,
no way.
That's where they're all gone.
They're gone. You
still
cannot
gone.
find eggs.
All right. Well, did you need eggs right away?
I didn't, but it was on my grocery list, and I thought, well, I'll tell you in a little while why I really went to 2 Costco's.
Okay. Sounds like you're looking for something specific. Okay.
I can't believe you put this in here, Curt Cruz.
Why not? Because of all the other weird stuff we're talking about and the somewhat sad stuff we're talking about. How about this?
Just play the audio first.
Okay. For the birthday boy?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody remember William Hung
I do.
from American Idol, who did his version of She Bangs that was him. And he's 42 years old today.
Happy birthday, William Hung.
We actually had him in for, it wasn't a star stage, it was like an appearance.
It was like a version of the Star Stage, only it was with William Hung.
Right. And he did like 3 songs. I'm like, I only thought he had that one.
I have the headband that said William Hung on it still.
You still have it?
Yeah, of course.
That might be worth something to a big old William Hung fan. You never know. Oh, crazy. All right.
This is interesting. The number of single people has declined for the first time in 20 years.
All right. There's some math involved here, so I don't want to do it. But the Pew Research Center said what they're calling the share of unpartnered adults has declined.
Unpartnered adults.
So that includes people who are not married, living with a partner. Wait. It's declined for the first time. Those are people that are not married, unpartnered, or not living with a partner, or not in a committed romantic relationship. So technically, that's kind of loose. It's sort of vague.
It's singles.
Okay. The share of adults who are married inched up from 50 to 51% from 2019 to 2023. That is a smaller amount than, well, I guess this is also up at 1%, as did the shares of adults cohabitating with a partner up from 6% to 7%. That seems really low, by the way.
I think that the interesting part is it's always stayed pretty even, and even though it inched up 1% in each of those categories, it hasn't happened in 20 years.
And why now? Guess what? The last line of this is they don't know why this is the case, the trend.
The research center doesn't know why. Perfect.
They don't know why exactly, just that it's happening.
I can't believe this either.
Now, first you call me out for the William Hung story, now this one.
Well, I mean, we're buying Elvis Presley's Bedazzled Jock strap. At least it's bedazzled. I do like a sparkle.
You do like a sparkle.
Some sparkles.
This is up for auction, a rhinestone jock strap bearing Elvis's initials. It says EP along the...
I know, it's kind of janky, too. It's like not even that straight.
Well, apparently this is a fan made it for him, and I don't know.
And he wore it?
I'm not sure. Apparently the jock strap was gifted to Elvis by a fan. It's missing a jewel.
It's
missing a jewel. Oh, yeah. Or they're really bad at it. Well, it's kind of old. I mean...
It is old.
When did he die? 77? So it's got to be pretty old. But it looks like it may have been worn and more specifically unwashed.
Well, or washed because the jewels fell off. I don't know. Okay, so how much can we buy it for? Does it say?
$42,000.
Oh, that's it? Okay,
but they're
perfect.
expecting that price to go up even more than $42,000. So
oh my gosh.
I imagine if you just Google Elvis jock strap, it'll get you to where you need to.
Listen, our friend Taryn does a lot of bedazzling. She can make you one of those, and I bet you she'd charge you half that.
Really? Just $21,000? Yeah. Nice. Thanks, Taryn. All right.
Weekends. Tell me about your weekend, Curt Cruz. I want to know some stories.
Well, I wrote in here I got kicked out of the house, and that's not exactly true, but it's
kind of true.
Well, Dana's friend Michelle was in town, and adore Michelle. She's awesome. She was actually one of the. She was the at our wedding. What do you call it?
Officiant.
Officiant. I couldn't find the word. Yes.
Here for you.
So she's in town for business, but she stayed at the house from like Thursday through Saturday afternoon, several times. Okay, 3 times in that 3-day period. I was asked to leave the room.
The room?
Yeah. I would go downstairs.
Is it like girl talk?
I think so. Or something. 3 times. I walked in. I was like, hey. And they're like, hi. It's like, do you need me to leave for a while? Yeah, that'd be nice. So I guess I did volunteer, but I've never been kicked out of a room.
So here's my question. Do you then circle back with Dana saying like, okay, what'd I miss? Like, why did you kick me out?
No.
You don't?
I'm not going to get an answer on that.
What?
Well, it does give me time to go and do stuff that I enjoyed, but I have so much of that time already. Anyway, so I did get kicked out of my house.
I'd be asking what I missed. Come on, spill the dirt. Now that Michelle's gone.
You can be in on the girl talk because you're one of them.
All right.
One of those crazies. What about
Pat,
you?
I had a date night with Pat on Saturday night, which was so great. It was such a good night. Mm-hmm. We went out for dinner at the cottage in downtown Bothell, and then we went over to the Crowbar and met up with my roommate Jackie and her boy Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
I call him Aaron.
Yes, you do.
Anyway, we were at the bar, and the owner Scott was there, which is awesome. He's a really great guy. And Cameron, our favorite bartender, is in the top 100 of world's best bartenders again in the competition, right?
Yeah.
And so he had shared the recipe for his new cocktail with a couple people because he needed to get him in the top 30. Anyway, he said that he would make us this cocktail, right? That is like the super secret in the competition, but he didn't have a cucumber. And so Scott, the owner of the bar, drove down to QFC, got a cucumber, brought it back so he could make us that drink.
Well, you had to have the cucumber, apparently.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, when people go out of their way like that and do kind things, it's just
very nice.
Like that's what makes Crowbar stand out from maybe another bar. That's all.
And how was the drink?
It was delicious.
Could you taste cucumber in it?
You could taste cucumber, but then it was like really hot on the back end. You know what I mean? Like it. But it was good. It was good.
And that was on Friday night?
That was on Saturday night?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I did on Saturday?
What?
I paid bills. That in and of itself is not a big story. But I found out, and this never happens, I was late on not 1 or 2, but 3.
What?
Yeah. I don't know if it's because I was in Florida, I got back and wasn't paying attention, but there's 3 that I always know are due on the 5th. And guess what? It's beyond the 5th. So,
because you just lost track of time?
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Did you then set up automatic bill pay?
Well, no.
Okay.
I guess I should.
You can call them and ask them to waive the late fee.
I said, you know what? I'm not going to call 3 different people and say, because we'll
would
offer you a one-time. Then again, I have been a very good customer for many, many years.
Yeah, it's worth it when you are not bringing in U.S. dollars.
That's true.
Because we are.
I'll give it a shot. All right, one more thing.
I just have one more thing because I went to Costco. I was telling you about the egg situation. You know how I do those cart drive-bys? Like I'm driving by and people have things in their cart. I'm like, oh, where'd they get that?
What was it this time?
So I was in the checkout line and I was looking over. I was in the self-checkout and I looked over and this person had this pretty big box. I'm like, oh, do you love that? It was a luxury towel warmer.
I've seen those.
And they said, it's the best thing ever. Yes. And it's like a mega deal right now because they're trying to get rid of them. And I'm like, oh, was there any left back there? They're like 1. So I've like finished checking out, put my card on the side, went back to try to get one. Gone. That one was gone. So I had them check stock at other places. And then I went to the Everett Costco and they had 9 of them. And I got one.
What was the mega deal price?
$60. I was looking them up. They're normally like over $100 US.
You know how I do that without paying $60?
The dryer?
No, I just dropped the towel in front of the register on the floor before I take the shower.
Well, I might not be able to.
That's a terrible way to do it.
I might not be able to keep it because it's a little bit big and I don't have an outlet right where I really need it to be. So I don't know. I'm going to talk to
before
Pat.
you know what? I'll buy it back from you for $30.
No, I'll take it back to Costco. They take anything back.
Can you read cursive?
I can. Can you?
I can as well. We had to. Because we had no choice.
Right. That's what they did. Is how it was.
But it is a problem now because cursive has kind of gone the way, as they say, as the dodo bird.
They don't even teach in schools anymore.
Right. So the National Archives would like to talk to you if you know how to read cursive. Here's the deal. They are transcribing more than 200 years worth of U.S. documents, and they need transcribers. The vast majority of these old documents are written in cursive. And we're talking going back to the Civil War.
That's fancy cursive. Sometimes that's very hard to read.
Exactly. Immigration documents from the 1890s, things like that. So there aren't enough people that still know how to read cursive, I guess. And here's the thing. It's a volunteer position.
No U.S. dollars involved. Okay.
Right.
Well,
but they're trying to read and transcribe more than 300 million digitized objects. And I thought, well, what about AI? How about this? Are you ready for this? This I loved. AI can't do it.
Why?
It can kind of. AI, it turns out, artificial intelligence is starting to be able to read cursive, but only with human help, meaning it goes through and it checks everything, but then humans have to go and recheck it to make sure it was done right. There's an AI program that reads handwritten documents, but again, because different kinds of handwriting, whereas cursive, where they're, manuscript
Yeah, you
or whatever.
have your own little flair on cursive.
That's right. Some people have poor penmanship. So we stumped AI with something as simple as cursive writing. That's what it took. But if you're interested in volunteering to help with this, I think you can contact the National Archives. I'm sure they'd be thrilled to hear from you.
You know what? I hope that this is something that gets out, like this message gets out to the older generation, because they're the people that are going to be able to help with this for real, right? Because they have so much exposure to that.
Yep.
So I hope that,
that's why we're talking about it, because do we have only the older generation listening? That's not true. You know this band. I'm familiar with the Wiggles.
I cannot even believe this. I read this and I'm like, the Wiggles are still producing new music?
Well, apparently, and this is all that I know, I read the first thing was in October, they put out a song, a country song, about their new big red truck. All right. That was a country song they put out in October. I don't even remember that, but that's what happened. Now they're following it up with an entire country album of the Wiggles. Wiggles country album for your kids.
And the thing about this is it has some big country names that are featured on it.
Yep.
Like Lainey Wilson, Dolly Parton, and Dasha.
And Dasha, actually, the new single, I guess, the new video is out. And, we've got a little bit of the one with Dasha. How's that?
Wiggle up, boots on the ground, wiggle up, go round and round, wiggle up, boots on the ground, giddy up.
There you go.
Does that kind of sound like the Beyonce's? Yes.
That's what I was thinking. If you heard it on the radio, you might not know it was the Wiggles. It's Beyonce from Cowboy Carter.
Yeah.
Wiggle Up, Giddy Up is the name of that song in the album, and it will be available before too long. If you want to go pick it up, it's going to be out March 7th. You can wiggle. What's it? Wiggle up, giddy up, all you want at that point.
Wiggle up, giddy up.
Wiggle up, giddy up.
Wiggle up, giddy up. That's hard to say.
It did sound like I was surprised how Beyonce-y it sounded.
It does sound very. I wonder if something's going to come out with that, about that.
Holiday decor. Here's the deal.
So when we talk about holiday, we're talking about Christmas, right? Can you leave Christmas up all year long? Because I have holiday decor up almost all year long. Like I have transitioned to Valentine's Day.
Well, we did discuss, how long should you keep your, your Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, holiday stuff up before you take it down. I think it was like I don't know, maybe this was today, the 12th or 13th or something like that. They say take it down. However, what about leaving it up all year long? Is that cool? There's a survey.
Of course there is. Tell me what I was going to say. I don't think so.
All right. Here's the actual answer. The survey found out that the date people say holiday decoration should be taken down is January 16th. Coming up on Thursday.
By this date, your holiday decoration should be gone.
And that was based on the average among people that believe that there should be a deadline. But 45%, almost half of people say there shouldn't be a specific decorations down date, quote unquote. And the survey suggests that those people are happy to see the lights and decorations stay up long into the new year or all year long.
I am a fan of the Christmas lights. The lights on the houses staying up, not necessarily the yard art.
Right.
Just because I think it just brightens the world when it's so dark right now.
So I think they're even talking about the inflatables and stuff like that year round. But the nice thing with the God, there's so many things you can do with the house lights now. You can have it. You can have them any color you want.
I know, and they can change color. And there's the underlight things.
The under things. You can maybe make them red for pink for Valentine's Day. You can make them green for St. Patrick's Day.
Love it.
All right.
Yes.
So you're all for all year long.
The lights.
The lights. Got it.
Maybe not in the summertime.
I'm going to let you do this story.
I know, because it's fun. So this, I'm going to preface it by saying this does not affect our area. No Arby's in our area is doing this, but I bring it up because I think it's funny. Arby's double beef and cheddar is called salad on the menu this week. In a few areas, they actually changed their menu because Friday was Quitters Day, National Quitters Day, which is when people quit their New Year's resolutions. So they're trying to help you kind of not quit your New Year's resolution. So when you drive up to an Arby's drive-thru in some of these areas that aren't in our town,
instead of asking for what? The
beef and cheddar sandwich, the double beef and cheddar sandwich, you ask for the double beef and cheddar salad.
And you get the sandwich.
And you get the sandwich. That's right.
And if you want to ask for a green smoothie,
you get a milkshake.
If you want to ask for steamed vegetables,
you get curly fries.
So all those things sound healthy, but you're getting the unhealthy stuff.
I mean, come on. That's kind of fun.
I love this, but the story says
doing it.
The idea is you can cheat, but get around it on a technicality.
I mean, it's still cheating for sure,
says,
but
what
it's
did you have
funny.
For lunch? All I had was lunch. I had a salad, some steamed vegetables, and a green smoothie.
I'm just disappointed they're not doing it in all Arby's locations for 1 week. They're only doing it in 5 locations: Cleveland, Las Vegas, Miami, Chicago, and Atlanta. That's it. I mean, come on.
Well, it's a mind game with yourself. Hey, I'm having a salad.
Whatever works for you. Okay, this is the story that you wanted to tell me about, Billie Eilish.
She was here, Miss Eilish, a little while back. She had 2 shows at Climate Pledge. Remember that was it last month? Or was it earlier this month? It was last month.
Yeah.
So typically, I did not know this, but typically when you have an artist come in, the venue will give an artist a gift.
Oh, the venue gives the artist a gift.
Climate Pledge Arena would say, thank you so much for being here, Billie. Here's whatever. I don't know what it is.
A Space Needle pen.
Right. So, but I think it's more than that, because Billie said, you know what? Don't give me the artist gift like you usually would. She wanted to be given to the community, to the area. And the way it's going to work itself out, Climate Pledge Arena and One Roof Foundation, they partnered to find a way to honor Billie's request. So they and
her love for the environment.
Right. Helping out a local school. This is a joint effort. Funded 3 new water fountains and a water bottle filling station at Lowell Elementary School. That's what happened because Billie passed on her gift and gave it back to the community.
I'm pretty sure we've been to Lowell Elementary for Teacher of the Week when we did that, by the way.
It's old. It's over 100 years old. And because of that, a lot of the previous drinking fountains and pipes were old, limiting access.
So did they have to repipe and all?
I don't know about that. All I know is that they're getting 3 new water fountains and a water bottle filling station courtesy of Billie Eilish.
I love that. I love that she did that, because I was thinking about that. If every venue gives the artist a gift, think of all the crap that they have, right?
Yeah.
So I like this. Like, if use that budget that you've set aside for my show to give me a gift to put it to good in your community.
That's fantastic.
Way to go, Billie Eilish.
She's awesome for more ways than one.
And Taylor does the same thing, I'm pretty sure. She does big things for people's communities when she goes through their cities.
What's up with this one?
All right. I just wanted to introduce a new phrase into your vocabulary, Curt, because I'm pretty sure you haven't heard it, and I'm pretty sure you participate.
And this is one that you got from your youngins, isn't it?
So we were having a taco dinner. My youngest daughter, Macy, and her friend, Jonathan. We were eating tacos, and Macy loves chicken, like shredded chicken tacos.
Chef,
and I'm like, how many do you want, honey? And she's like, I think I want 2. No, I want 3. And Jonathan's eyes got really big, like, you're going to eat 3 tacos, but they're just the like crunchy shell ones, right?
And she's a tiny person too.
She's pretty tiny.
Yeah. And
so she ate all of them, and he says, oh my God, you're totally big backing right now. And I'm like,
wait a minute.
Big backing?
Big backing.
What?
And
so he described what it is, and then Macy and I had chocolate fondue for dessert one night this last week, and I said, we're big backing this, aren't we? We're big backing this, aren't we? It means when you're eating a lot of stuff, that's big backing.
Okay.
There you go. That's it. You can move on. I just wanted to introduce
I had
it.
no idea.
I didn't know. I'm
No, I thought there'd be more to it than that. But
I'm
it's
moving.
easy.
Yes, I'm just moving.
I can use big backing anytime I want now.
I'm going to use it on you for sure.
Well, I'm probably a big backer.
I'm a big backer.
I'm sure. We're big backers.
Oh my gosh. Macy's is closing more stores. I'm just doing this really quickly because I love Macy's. They're closing 66 stores nationwide. 3 of those places are here in our area in the Pacific Northwest in Washington. South Hill Mall in Puyallup, the Furniture and Mattress Gallery in Redmond, and the Kitsap Mall store in Silverdale. And they're going to start running sales for the next 8 to 12 weeks, mega sales at those locations. And the Furniture Gallery will start in March.
Here's the thing, and I do, you go, ooh, sales, but I usually have discussions with the people there. It's like, hey, you know what? Everybody's coming in here all giddy to get sales, and you're going to be out of a job soon, right?
Yeah.
And they'll say, well, we get to transfer to here or there, but a lot of people can't. I mean, if you're in Silverdale, you can't say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go work at the Linwood Macy's.
Well, you could. You just have a commute.
Massive commute. So keep
It's
that
sad.
in mind when you're getting the sales that some
It's
people
sad.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those stores are closing, though. Macy's, come on, get it together so we can keep you around.
I'm trying to.
Here's the Curt and Jen question of the weekend, really, because we posed this on Friday. Every parent should know blank. And you're to fill in the blank, and you had some good things to say.
Right. I like. Did you want to contribute one, or do we have enough in here? That,
I will contribute one very quickly. It's one that Kent from Kent and Ellen, our old morning show, gave me. He and his wife Kelly said, when you have a baby, it doesn't mean your whole life has to stop. You incorporate the baby into your lifestyle and world.
Easier said than done.
Sometimes, but we really went out of our way to make that happen. So, if we were going to travel, we're not going to let having a baby stop us from traveling. We bring the baby traveling. Even though it's a pain in the butt, we still love to travel. So that's what we did.
Are the other people on the plane okay with that baby screaming?
Okay, Curt. No kid, Curt.
Listen,
let's go.
We're very good about that. When I always feel badly for the parents.
It's terrible when your baby's crying on the plane.
Every parent should know blank. Ken started off by saying, great question. I like that.
Yep.
Ken said, let your kids be themselves, feel protected, wanted, and acknowledged.
Great. That's
stuff.
great.
Right.
Jackie said every parent needs to know when to give advice and when just to listen.
Another difficult thing to do.
Yeah, sometimes, for sure.
Ina, how to know how to track their kids' cell.
Carrie said, in tough times, remember this too shall pass.
Right.
And Marion said patience. Every parent should know patience.
Do you know where Marion is listening from? She's listening from Australia.
She is?
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that. We're international. We're an international show now,
Yep.
officially because of Marion.
Thank you,
Thank
Marion.
you.
Randy says, and this is to answer the question, every parent should know blank. Randy says, you're supposed to feed them like every day.
Corey said, small kids, small problems, big kids, big problems. Was told by a woman in the grocery store who saw me frustrated with my youngest throwing a fit over a bag of candy. She said she had a big kid with big problems, and I've never forgotten that. She's so right.
Big kids, big problems. Jackie, a different Jackie.
Yep.
Know the number for poison control. Kids get into everything no matter how well you childproof it. If you think it's out of reach, they'll figure a way to get it.
They will. They do. Sonia, they have a village that loves them, their kids, and we are here to help. That is true. You have a village. Rely on those people because they want to be there to help.
Miriam, thank you for this. This is advice for a new parent. You'll think about things completely differently from now on, and being a parent doesn't stop when they leave the nest.
It just changes. Yeah. She has twins, and her girls are just in college. And yeah, Riley's age, as a matter of fact, my oldest daughter. Phil. Okay, everyone is giving excellent and sound and mature advice, and that's great. But as parents, we also need to know where to buy black powder for our sons. I don't get this.
And know what's going on behind our daughter's bedroom door.
Black powder for our sons.
I'm just saying, sage advice. That's what he put on there.
Yeah.
Do you want to look it up?
Yeah, go to the next story. I'll look it up.
You want me to do this story because it has words that are hard to pronounce.
Oh, that's right. But it's really interesting, you guys. This is so interesting to me. The world's largest gathering of humanity is taking place right now, starting today. And that is, Curt, what? I'm looking at. Oh. I'm letting you do it.
Is that being thrown under the bus? I don't know. No, we're talking about, I believe it's pronounced Maha Kumbh Mela. Hindi festival. It occurs once every 12 years, begins today. Over the next 6 weeks, it's a long time, 400 million people, which is more than the total U.S. population, will travel to northern India to bathe in the confluence of the rivers sacred to Hindus. There you go. Preparations have been extensive. Authorities have constructed 150,000 tents for a makeshift city and 145,000 restrooms and 99 parking lots.
I just think that story is so interesting because, number one, I did not know this was even a thing. Mm-hmm. It only happens every 12 years. And 400 million people go through this festival.
It's going to be a lot of marijuana. I doubt that.
Whatever. Black powder is exactly what I was thinking it was, by the way. It's gunpowder.
Oh. So he's suggesting that they need to know this for when things go south?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll reply to him and ask him what he means by this.
Out.
Yeah, I'll
or
get
we have
more.
to start proofreading better.
Yeah, probably.
Something like that.
Shoot.
All right. So that was our question of the weekend. No, the question was, we already read that too. We have a new question for you right now.
And this is a good one.
Yeah, I like the one we just did. This one I think I like better because people are going to have some really great answers.
It's very 180 kind of question from the last one. What food is hardest to stop eating once you start? I'm going to say just a little sneak peek into my world. Popcorn.
Yeah. And it depends on how big the bag is. But
chips.
My thing I think is sweets. It's like, oh, there's more in the bag. What do you mean family size M&Ms? This isn't family size. This is the individual size.
Cookies? Would you say cookies?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay, we want to know your answer. We're going to post that on our Facebook page, Curt and Jen in the Morning. I'll also try to get that up on Instagram as well.
This is going to surprise you, but I would also say for me, edamame. Believe it or not.
Oh, that's a good
I don't, once I get that stuff.
It'll be interesting to hear what people say because I want some good answers. I'm hoping for some good answers.
There might be a lot of sweets and treats and cookies on there.
Yeah,
hard to stop
I feel like, yeah.
All righty. Awesome. Thank you for listening today. And every weekday we put the show on for you, and we appreciate every time you tune in.
Yeah. Have a great day. Make good choices. Find joy and spread kindness and find ways to laugh.